Budget Homestead number 17. You know, we got some videos made, but we're having a hard time fucking loading those things. We have metered internet up here, so you can only use so much, and then it just goes down like snail speed. And even when you do have, you know, all your minutes, you still, for some reason, it won't load, you know, within, you know, like an hour or fucking more. So we're figuring out other ways to get it online. So maybe that's why we haven't had them all up all the time. But anyway, we're in the garden area. This is the bottom one, and it's we're nearing end of spring, going into summer. So I just thought we'd go over update what we did here. We got in here a lot earlier than we did last year, because last year we were just trying to get it built and get something in the ground. But this year we really got ahead of the game. As you can see, there's stuff already, you know, growing. But we'll walk down there and take a look. But right here we have carrots started. They take a long time to germinate. And this time, I haven't had luck with carrots in the past. These carrots, this is all Johnny Select seeds, by the way. I went with them again, because they got good stuff. And man, they really make it easier for people just starting out of what to plant, when to plant, different varieties for summer or spring, early spring, summer, and shit like that. So it makes it easy like that. These carrots are for more for like a clay soil, because we have a hard soil here. So they're a main crop carrot that's supposed to grow a lot easier. So, but they take a long time to germinate. So hopefully these do good. Up here, these are all just seeded. This is corn, squash, pumpkins, acorn squash, zucchini. Last year we had that up on the upper garden, but this year we brought it down here, and then up there I put potatoes, and I got pole beans going and soybeans going, and just mixing it up, you know, keep you know, from diseases and bugs. And then this area here is going to be cucumbers, and I already got them in flats, and they're just little, so when they get bigger I'll transplant them into here. And talk about that, I'm learning that if you start a lot of stuff in like the flats, especially like cucumbers, because the seeds are expensive, instead of, you know, not always being consistent in the ground, I could start them in the flats, and then just instead of putting 2 seeds or 3 seeds in one cell, I just put 1, because if they don't all sprout, you know, it's no big deal, because you're going to pop them out and transplant them anywhere, so you get more for your you get more for your bang that way. I'm figuring out, and I did that with all this stuff down here, and that's why it's already growing. But you know, some stuff you can't, obviously. This hillside here was just weeds before, and we blocked it out with plastic and then dug out the weeds. Still fighting the weeds, but anyway, I ordered 25 summer bearing red raspberry bare root plants. So all it is just a stick with roots coming out, and they send them in early spring, and then, you know, you have all your holes ready, and you just soak them a while, and then soak them for a few hours in water, and then put them in there with some amendment, and then back with the same earth you took out. They're already growing good. I lost 2. There's one here and one down there that didn't make it, but I started with 25, and I ordered 25 more, so we got 50 in here. Well, they sent me 1 extra, so there's 51, but 2 didn't make it. So what it means is there's be no fruit this year. For 2 years you don't have any fruit, so it's an investment down the road. And these will be trellised, where they have 2 vines coming up, and I don't know, we could talk about that later once they start doing it. But 1 vine will come up, and then 1 will be the fruit. So we'll get into that later. So and figure out how to do that. But anyway, we got them in the ground, and they go all the way down. So we'll come down here and check it out. We didn't do much to the soil this year. We added a little bit of amendments, and then went with the blood meal, bone meal, and kelp meal, and green sand again, and then, you know, rototiller all that in. So we got the spinach going. This was direct seed, and this is like a hot weather one, and it's all ready. This is they're pretty noisy, those goats. This is broccoli, and these were all started in flats. until they got, you know, about that big, and then I transplant them. So, you know, when the space, I'm finding out, you know, you don't have a ton of space. This is a big area, but you want to use, you know, much space as possible where you can, you know, precision plant when you have them, you know, coming out of the flats. So yeah, again, I just took the seeds, filled a flat, 60 cell flat with some nice light soil, put the seeds in their water and just set it in the sun, and then waited till they, you know, till they grew. And so this is broccoli, and then this is a cauliflower, and you can see the raspberry still coming along here. And then we got a shitload of green and red butterhead lettuce. And when on the packs, now I understand why they say you might want to start, you know, at different times. I'm figuring that out now, instead of just fucking, you know, throwing in, you know, 120 plants. Start, you know, 1 week and then another week, so you have a continuous harvest instead of just everything at once. And we have everything at once. So we're going to donate that to the boys' cafeteria tomorrow, and they can serve it, you know, for lunches, with their lunches for a few days, because there's shitload. There's no way we can eat all that. And we haven't started the farmers market yet. It's pretty early in the season. And then down at the end here, these are potatoes. We didn't do those last year because we didn't get them in early enough. So those are from Johnny Select Seeds too, and you just get the tumblers. You order them. You got to order early because it's very early in the spring, and then they send you the tumbler, and you dice them up. So there's, you know, a couple eyes on each one, and then plant it. There's like a brown potato, and there's a red potato, and then as they grow, I just mound them up. As they keep growing, mound them up. But man, they're doing pretty good. They're doing better here than they are up in the other garden for some reason. And I planted these two days later, but I think I should have let them set out, because they're supposed to cut them and then let them set out a little while. And there's some other tricks I gotta read about. They were telling me about that ensures a better consistency of plant. But these were pretty consistent. You can see there's no spaces. Well, there's a couple, one there and one at the end. But other than that, they're doing pretty good. And now I'm getting ready to feed them some fish emulsion. Foliar spray is how you're supposed to feed those. So we'll be looking forward for the potatoes. We planted about 40 pounds of eyes, so that's quite a bit of fucking potatoes. But we should have done some fingerlings and some different varieties. We just did 2 varieties, but we can save the potatoes and replant them next year, and mix in some more different varieties next year. But you know, it's just trial and error, trying to figure out to get the most for the land. And I did add about, I don't know, 10 more feet here, dug it out. So because it used to end about, you know, halfway down, so I dug it out and got a little bit more space here for the garden. And yeah, and so we got more potatoes up there, and the beans and the soybeans up there, pole beans. So yeah, I'm just moving the things at different areas at different times. So all right, so that's where we are at the gardening. It's almost early summer, so it's looking pretty good so far, and we've been eating the shit out of this, so, and it's tasty. All right.